Heatwave fires blaze after UK passes 40°C for first time. The UK has recorded temperatures of over 40°C for the first time. Thermometers hit 40.3°C at Coningsby in Lincolnshire, while 33 other locations went past the UK's previous highest temperature of 38.7°C, set in 2019. Several fire services declared major incidents after a surge in fires. A major blaze in Wellington, in East London, set homes alight. Some rail services were cancelled after tracks overheated or buckled and overhead cables failed. Hundreds of firefighters tackled fires across London, while all trains were suspended between London Euston and Milton Keynes because of a line-side fire caused when overhead electric cables came down in Harrow. Rail operator C2C advised people not to use its services after multiple issues, including a fire near the line between Oakendon and Upminster. There have also been fires elsewhere in the country, with major incidents declared in Leicestershire, East, North and South Yorkshire, and Lincolnshire, Hertfordshire, Suffolk, and Norfolk. Home Secretary Priti Patel said she had been updated on the dangerous fires and urged the public to follow safety advice from their local fire service. In Wellington, residents who had to be evacuated told the BBC about 8 homes and possibly a local church had been destroyed in the fire, while a firefighter at the scene described it as absolute hell. In the capital, people were urged not to have barbecues or bonfires, and to be careful when disposing of cigarettes. 2 people were taken to hospital to be treated for smoke inhalation after a fire in Dagenham, East London, while further north, a nursery was caught in a blaze in Milton Keynes. Heathrow Airport was the first place to break the 40°C mark, hitting 40.2°C at 12:50 BST, but several other places also passed 40°C during the afternoon, including Gringley on the Hill in Nottinghamshire, and St. James Park, Kew Gardens, and Northolt, all in London. A large swathe of eastern England, from Surrey to South Yorkshire, saw temperatures between 39°C and 40°C, and at least 34 weather stations exceeded the previous UK temperature record. Scotland also saw a new record, according to provisional Met Office figures, with 34.8°C recorded at Charterhouse in the Scottish borders, beating the previous record of 32.9°C recorded in 2003. In Wales, Hawarden in Flintshire registered 36.2°C, provisionally the second highest temperature on record in Wales, but below Monday's 37.1 C. Met Office Chief of Science and Technology, Prof. Stephen Belcher, said that exceeding 40 C was virtually impossible in an undisrupted climate, but due to climate change driven by greenhouse gases, such extreme temperatures had become a reality. He said if there continued to be high emissions, we could see temperatures like this every 3 years. The 2 days of extreme temperatures prompted the Met Office to issue a red extreme heat warning for the first time, which expires at midnight on Tuesday. The hot weather has begun to give way, with rain beginning to fall in several parts of the country, and cooler temperatures expected on Wednesday. Warnings were issued for people to be careful around water, after at least 5 people died in and around water over the past 2 days. The body of a teenage boy who went missing on Monday was recovered from the River Thames in Richmond, West London, on Tuesday afternoon, the Metropolitan Police said. Amid the extreme heat, Network Rail had warned against travel. Road surfaces have warped, and a number of power cuts were reported. Rail services on Wednesday morning could continue to face some disruption as problems are fixed, and several rail companies have warned of a knock-on impact on services. In other developments, 5 people were rescued and a 6th is missing after a search of Clacton Pier in Essex. A man has died after being pulled from the sea on the Isle of Wight. Sagging conductors and overheating transformers caused faults with the power network in Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, and the Northeast. The heat caused issues with IT servers at Guy's and St. Thomas hospitals in London. The extreme warning, indicating a threat to life, covers an area stretching between London, Manchester, and York. There was a markedly cooler outlook for Penzance, Cornwall, where thundery storms hit the popular holiday destination during the morning, and across the country. The heatwave is forecast to come to a sudden end, with cooler weather expected on Wednesday, and thunderstorms forecast for parts of the east and northeast of England. Provisional figures show that the UK experienced the warmest night on record from Monday into Tuesday. Emily Moor in West Yorkshire is likely to have broken the record, where 25.9 C was recorded overnight, according to the Met Office. People flocked to the beach at Bright. It was warm enough for ice cream at Lomond in the village of Ross in Argyll and Bute, Scotland. But showers in Cornwall dampened down the heat. Rail services were heavily impacted by the extreme heat, Network Rail said, with buckled rails reported and overhead wire systems failing. A record rail temperature of 62 C was recorded in Suffolk. Jack Kelly, The group director for system operation in Network Array said it had taken the difficult and regrettable decision to cross the East Coast Main Line and the Midland Main Line on Tuesday due to record temperatures. Transport Secretary Grant Shapps said the EQS rail network could not cope with the extreme heat, adding that it would take many years before upgrades would mean services could handle the hotter climate. Water companies in southern and eastern England warned increased demand was leading to low pressure and even interrupted supply for some households